Hey everyone, this is Drew. I'm going to be streaming some Warlock aggro here right now. Um, Basically, this is a deck that I recommend people picking up and playing, basically because it's a beatdown deck, which are generally good to play, I think, in card games, especially if you're not super familiar with like the format and stuff. The other advantage too is this deck is cheap to build. There's no epics. There is one Leroy Jenkins, just to have as a finisher, but you can play like an Arcane Golem over the Leroy, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, so let's go ahead and fire up some games, like the format and stuff. The other advantage too is this deck is cheap to build, there's no epics. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a post on Facebook for anyone interested in watching the live stream. Waiting for an opponent. Oh, looks like I'm playing mage actually. It's casual. I'm just gonna go ahead and concede this one. I want to play the Warlock deck just because I want to get the quest done. One annoying thing, well, it's not annoying, it's just something I need to pay more attention to. I have queued up for ranked play on occasion with the wrong deck. Alright, so here we go. Casual play, playing some Warlock. I don't really want to play Warlock right now in ranked. I think it's okay, but I think it's really bad versus certain decks. I don't know with the new changes to Mage if the Freezing Giants deck is still going to be played a lot, but Warlock was really bad versus that deck. It's also pretty bad versus Shaman. It's fine versus some of the other control decks like Paladin and Druid. It's taking forever to find an opponent. Still looking. Still looking. I don't know whether to I think it's... there we go. Alright, playing versus Mage. This hand's good-ish. We'll go ahead and mulligan the 4 drops. We'll go ahead and keep the Voidwalker. Cards is not good, obviously, if he's like the Giant Mage. Ooh, this is a very nice opening hand. But if he's like the Creature Mage, this card's decent, depending on what they start off with, obviously. Like, it's good versus Argent Squire. It's bad versus any sort of 3-2. I may just fire off with the Flame Imp and nothing else here. There's not a huge advantage to play another 1-drop. Okay, so he's the Creature Mage. Yeah, so I can go Flame Imp into Voidwalker. Basically, this way, he's going to have a hard time getting through and attacking this. Because if I just play the Flame Imp, he can run his Ardent Squire into the Flame Imp and then Hero Power it. Which does take up his second turn, but it leaves him with a 1/1, and I don't get anything for it. Whereas the Voidwalker does a great job of, you know, protecting the Flame Imp here. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and fire off with some more 1-drops. And then there's no reason for me really to... Like, I could attack the Divine Shield guy here and pop the Divine Shield. I think I actually wanted to do that just to get the Divine Shield off of this in case he has, like, Shattered Sun Cleric. Well... If he has Shattered Sun Cleric, he can't kill us still. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and hit his face with this. If I run into it and he Shattered Sun Clerics, he can run both these guys into the Voidwalker and neither of them will die. They'll just have 1 damage apiece, which would be pretty bad. Alright, so he's just playing Engineers. He has more cards in hand than me, but my board is much better. Alright, so we will go ahead and... Shattered Sun. It's pretty much the same thing if I Shattered Sun this. He can Defender now or Dark Iron Dwarf. But if he wants a Dark Iron Dwarf and trade most of his board for this is fine. And he's already down to 19. If he does play a Dark Iron Dwarf, I get to play a Squire, hopefully have another cheap play off the top of my deck, and then have a Soulfire with no cards in my hand for the 4/4. So he's still playing Cone of Cold, which is an interesting choice, considering that it costs 4 mana. Good news is he still can't punch through this Voidwalker. It's quite large. And I still get to do plenty of damage to him. I don't think I want to... I think I just want to life tap here. I'm at 27, so I'm at still pretty high life total. I can go ahead and Direwolf Alpha here. I think I can life tap first, actually. Okay. So I don't really want to play... I don't think I want to play Knife Juggler. Well, the thing is, the Direwolf Alpha isn't going to do much this turn. I still have the Taunt guy versus this board. I don't have to worry about Blizzard since that costs 6 mana now. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and juggle, and then hit his face with these two, and then just pass the turn. He's probably still playing Blizzard if he's playing Cone of Cold. So basically I just want to try and do as much damage to him right now as I can. He is at 13, I have a Soulfire in my hand. Like, he can ping this with his hero power, that leaves him with 3 mana. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm going to get a little more value out of this on this turn, hopefully. He could run all 3 of his guys into here if he wants and hero power it. Yeah, his options are not very good. I'm pretty sure he's dead on my turn. He can't cast a Cone of Cold here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I still have 7, 8, 9, 13. Yep, I have exactly lethal. And now with that, it's definitely lethal. So I can Direwolf Alpha here. Demon Fire my... this guy, cast this. And then Soulfire his face. Alright, so we killed him on turn 5. Yeah, this is one of the problems one of the reasons I stopped playing Novice Engineer in the aggressive mage decks is that, like, yeah, it draws you a card, and versus certain decks, obviously on turns, like, you know, 4 through 10, Novice Engineer is probably going to be better than a random 3/2 off the top of your deck, but the problem is in the early turns, you just end up with a 1/2, which doesn't really impact the board that much. Yeah, you can pump it with Dark Iron Dwarves if it lives. You can pump it with Shattered Sun Clerics and Defender of Arguses, but the impact on the board is not that significant. Whereas, like, you know, a 3-2 for 2, it has a much more significant impact on the board. Alright, so it looks like we're playing the mirror match. The mirror match is very, very weird. Like, very weird. I actually kind of like this opening in the mirror match. It's not great if he has, like, a Void Walker, but we'll go ahead and keep this. Like, obviously this into this is better versus Void Walker. But we'll... The problem is if I play this, he's definitely incentivized to play Void Walker. I can play this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play Ardent Squire. I don't know if this is right or not. If he just has a 2-drop, I can just Demon Fire it. Yeah, I definitely want to Demon Fire this thing. You can't let Knife Jugglers stay in play for too long. Alright, yeah, it's tempting to play two 1-drops, but losing Divine Shields or losing guys to, like, Knife Juggler triggers are pretty bad. Alright, so he doesn't have a play, so that's good. I think I just want to play 2 guys here. It's tempting to just play 1 guy in life tap, but I think at this point getting ahead on the board is going to be worth it. So we'll go ahead and play 2 guys. I have a nice follow-up with Dark Iron Dwarf into Ardent Squire. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so this way he's basically going to be behind the whole time. This is annoying, but fortunately it doesn't actually affect the board right now. So we'll just go ahead and dwarf the Ardent Squire still. Hit him down to 21. Next turn I can Shattered Sun Cleric potentially here. Yeah, he's a Soulfire as well. Soulfire is very good at catching you back up from these sorts of situations. Oh wow, I can't believe he conceded. I don't think he was out of this game. He turned it around and he had like a Harvest Golem. And Harvest Golem's very good in the Warlock mirror. I'm not playing any, maybe I should be, over the Dire Wolf Alpha. Yeah, Harvest Golem's pretty good in the Warlock mirror. Not as strong versus certain decks like Mage or Druid, since their hero power effectively can kill the golem that gets left behind, the 2/1. These Flame Imp's good. We'll go ahead and mulligan these 2. Demon Fire and Flame Imp is kind of risky if they have Frostbolt, since they can just Frostbolt it, not take the damage, and then ping it next turn. We'll still go ahead and keep it. Okay, so I drew a Fairy Dragon. Fairy Dragon's very good versus Mage. Okay. This is fine. He might have Frostbolt. Actually, I think I just want to lead off with Fairy Dragon here. The advantage of doing this means that he can't effectively kill this, and if he wants to play a spell, he would have to do something like Frostbolt my face, which sets him back a card. I do take 5 damage that way, but... Okay. Yeah, this is a card that I actually added to the Mage deck I'm playing. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to end up Soulfiring this. So I will go ahead and play a Flame Imp, and then Soulfire this, and then kill a guy. Argent Commander is going to be good later, but this puts the tempo a little bit back in my favor. might have like a Shadowed Sun Cleric, which isn't, it's fine. Alright.